Craig, well, there you are, second step of the podium. You were leading for a bit and then Jari Ketema got the better of you. It was a good, tough battle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great weekend for us. Started off a lot better than I expected it, really. I really thought that Jari was going to drive away into the distance, and to finish second to him was all I was aiming for. So to come to the end of the first stage and already be leading was, it was a bit of a shock, and to continue that lead all the way into Saturday morning, it was something I was very proud of. But I think Jari kind of found his feet and pushed on a little bit in the evening, and also the stages were very, very fast, so we struggled a little bit for the top end speed, but in the end, we didn't finish so far behind them, and we had a few problems today that held us back from fighting for the victory, but finishing second is as good as a victory for me.
Jari was actually commenting at service today. He said Craig was pushing. He said at some points you could see that he was pushing. He was 30 centimetres off the actual line. I said to him, were you pushing or just staying in Craig's ruts? He said, well, actually I was 60 centimetres across the line. Is that true? Is that how the battle was going today?
Yeah, to be fair, we went for a bit of a push, especially the first couple this morning. I went out and said, look, I give it a good shot up as far as service, and if it's not going to happen, then I'll just settle for second. So yeah, we went on a bit of a push, and the nature of this road, because there wasn't any snowbanks, you could really put the car off the road a lot of the way, and I was finding a lot of grip, on a lot of the drains and stuff. I was able to carry a bit of speed if I hooked the car on the inside. So a couple of places was fairly hairy, or probably, where I was supposed to be taking an inch, I was taking a mile, and it was, in the end it worked out okay, but yeah, a couple of places we were fairly well off the road, yeah.
Slight issue with the alternator just heading into the remote service today. How did that make you feel when you thought, well, suddenly everything, I've got all to win there, and suddenly there's going to be a component that's going to let me down to get a podium? Yeah,
we were lucky enough that it wasn't actually the alternator in the end, but it was one of the wires going onto the alternator, so they were able to fix that quite easily, and everything went back on four cylinders again. So it was a bit of a hard stop moment for me, because we'd put in all the hard work. We were just at the final furlong, really. So I would have been bitterly disappointed if we had to call it a day there, but we got back going again. In fairness, the boys done a great job and got ourselves back out again, and we got the result that we wanted.
8 rounds of the European Rally Championship you're competing on this year. The next we head off down to the Canary Islands, so out of the snow and ice and down onto the tarmac and the warm tropical air down there. Are you going to be at that rally?
At the moment, I don't know. I would really like to be there. It depends on forces beyond my control for the moment. So we'll wait and see what happens. For sure, I would like to do Canaries. I enjoy tarmac more. I've grown up on tarmac roads, albeit very different from the Canary Islands back at home. So, and I think the car will work very well there as well. So we'll just have to wait and see what pans out over the next couple of weeks. But I like to think that I could be there.